Tottenham Hotspur Football Club will play in the UEFA Europa Conference League next season. Gareth Bale has stated that we fought for the fans for European football. Dele has come out and said that he has had some incredibly low moments this season. Tottenham's to-do list this summer. Could a Spurs defender be on his way to Newcastle for £10 million? Reports are stating that Daniel Levy has now raised his asking price for Tottenham striker Harry Kane to £200 million, which would be a world record fee. And could Mauricio Pochettino be on his way back to Tottenham Hotspur? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Today is Monday, the 24th of May. I'm going to go through all of the Tottenham news, all of the rumours and all of the reports from the last 24 hours. And if you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Just before I get into today's video, make sure that you download the OneFootball app for all of the live football scores, results and news, as well as getting all of the latest Spurs news on this channel. You can also see it all here. Download the OneFootball app to keep up to date with everything Tottenham Hotspur, club news, transfer news, match information, videos, tables and results from all around the world. Don't miss out, and please do let me know what you think of this app. Let's start today's video by talking about the Premier League results from yesterday. Arsenal 2, Brighton 0, Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1, Fulham 0, Newcastle 2, Leeds 3, West Bromwich Albion 1, Leicester City 2, Tottenham Hotspur 4, Liverpool 2, Crystal Palace 0, Manchester City 5, Everton 0, Sheffield United 1, Burnley 0, West Ham United 3, Southampton 0, and lastly, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Manchester United 2. That was the final day of the season, and Tottenham Hotspur have finished 7th in the Premier League. We have qualified for the Europa Conference League. During the season, we played 38 games, won 18, drawn 8, lost 12, have a goal difference of plus 23. We finished the season with 62 points, 5 points behind Chelsea in 4th place, and only 4 points away from 5th, and only 3 points away from 6th place West Ham. You know, only 3 points separated that place between the Europa Conference League and the Europa League, and only 5 points separated us from that Champions League spot. Gareth Bale, who of course come on as a substitute in the 4-2 win at Leicester City at the King Power Stadium, he said straight after the game, "It's massive. We wanted to give ourselves the best possible chance, and it's important we finished the season strong and gave the fans something to cheer about. We've been in Europe for a very long time now, and that's something that we didn't want to just give up. We fought until the end. No one can fault us for our effort." Talking about the season overall, Gareth Bale then went on to say it's been a little bit of a disappointing season, but we try and work hard for the fans to give them something to cheer about, and get into Europe, I guess, is an added bonus at the end. He then went on to say, "I think everyone needs to understand that not every season can be perfect. In football, anything is possible, as everyone knows. It doesn't always go the way that you want, but the most important thing is that we fought for the fans and the club, and as players, that's all we can do." So, of course, Gareth Bale has spent the season on loan at Tottenham Hotspur from Real Madrid, and the big question now is, will he stay at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club for another season? Well, straight after the Leicester v Tottenham game, Sky Sports asked him the question, where will you be playing football next season? Gareth Bale replied, "I know what I'll be doing, but I will just cause chaos if I say anything." Now, please do let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you think he meant by that? And do you think that he will be a Spurs player next season? And would you like him to stay? A report has been published today by the Daily Mail, and they are stating that Gareth Bale has jetted back to Spain following the end of the Premier League campaign, but will stay quiet over his future plans for now because his next move will cause chaos. In this report, it then has Gareth Bale quoted in saying after the game yesterday, "I'm not thinking about anything other than Wales in the Euros." And then the report states that Tottenham are understood to have an offer to extend Gareth Bale's loan into another season from Real Madrid. But after an immense amount of upheaval at the club over the last few months, it remains to be seen if they will activate that clause. Spurs chairman Daniel Levy is searching for a new manager after sacking Jose Mourinho and being snubbed by other targets such as Brendan Rodgers and Erik ten Hag. Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Dele has come out and said that this is the most difficult season so far of his career and he has had many low points. He took to Instagram straight after the Leicester v Tottenham Hotspur game in the Premier League and said, "It goes without saying this season has been the most difficult in my career so far. There have been some incredibly low moments and tough challenges I've had to face, but I'm grateful to always have the opportunity to do what I love. This season has taught me that I can't take anything for granted and I'm more determined than ever to come back fitter and stronger. Thanks to the fans for the great support as always and I look forward to seeing you all in the stadiums next season." We've all seen the pictures already, but Tottenham Hotspur Football Club officially announced and released the home shirt for the 2021-2022 season. Have a look at these pictures. Do let me know in the comment section below what you think of our brand new shirt. A report was published earlier today by the Evening Standard and they are stating that Tottenham's summer to-do list is as follows: pick the right manager, resolve Harry Kane's future and an overdue team rebuild. This article says, after a dismal season for Tottenham, Daniel Levy is facing arguably the biggest summer in his 20 years as Spurs chairman. It then goes on to say, picking the right manager. Daniel Levy's gamble to sack Mauricio Pochettino for Jose Mourinho backfired and the chairman cannot afford to get his next managerial appointment wrong. Daniel Levy has promised a coach that will promote free-flowing, attacking and entertaining football, and Spurs also need a project boss who will build for the future and will also be comfortable working in the club's existing structure under the chairman Daniel Levy and Steve Hitchen. Ideally, Spurs also need an attractive enough name to excite senior players, not least unsettled talisman Harry Kane. In short, it is a big task. Spurs are at a crossroads. Get the next manager right. They still have the talent to quickly improve. Get it wrong and it could be a long way back to the top. The next section in this article then goes on to say, resolve Harry Kane's future. Harry Kane wants to leave Spurs and believes he has a gentleman's agreement with Daniel Levy to allow him to go this summer. Whether the chairman sees the situation the same way is doubtful though, with Spurs reluctant to sell their prized asset. Resolving Harry Kane's future is perhaps as important as picking the right manager. Such is his importance with the team and the connection with the fans. The last section in this article states continue to rebuild the squad. Whatever happens with Harry Kane, Spurs must refresh the squad with a minimum of 4 or 5 new players this summer, including at least 2 defenders. They also have to offload a whole host of Pochettino-era players who have long since passed their sell-by dates. Serge Aurier, Matt Doherty, Eric Dyer, Davinson Sanchez, Ben Davis, Moussa Sissoko, Harry Winks, Eric Lamela, Lucas Moura and captain Hugo Lloris are among the players who could move on. In the current financial climate, Spurs need to sell before they can buy. So together with Daniel Levy and technical director Steve Hitchen, the new manager faces a big ask to reshape the squad in a COVID-depressed market. Lastly, it says get the fans back on side. If Spurs get all of the above right, the club will begin to repair the relationship with supporters, which has gradually fractured over the past 4 years. A report has come out from the Daily Echo and they are stating that Newcastle United are eyeing up a summer move for Tottenham Hotspur centre-back Cameron Carter-Vickers, and reports out in America are claiming that Newcastle United alongside Bournemouth and Belgian giants Anderlecht are all having discussions with Tottenham regarding a permanent deal for the Tottenham defender. Reports in America state that 4 MLS clubs are also said to be interested in a deal, with Tottenham reportedly valuing the player at around £10 million. He has 1 year remaining on his deal in North London. Cameron Carter-Vickers has impressed during his season-long loan at Bournemouth from Tottenham, playing a key role in the side reaching the playoffs. Reports have been published today by the Metro newspaper and the Independent, and they are stating that Chairman Daniel Levy wants a world record fee for Harry Kane if he is to leave Tottenham Hotspur Football Club this summer. The report from the Metro newspaper states that Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy wants a world record fee in order to sell Harry Kane to a Premier League rival this summer. The 27-year-old suggested in an interview with Gary Neville last week that he wants to leave the club this summer, and he's vowed to sit down with Daniel Levy to have a frank conversation about his future. It then goes on to say that Levy is one of the shrewdest operators in world football, and it has been suggested that it would take around £150 million to prize Harry Kane away from North London. A fee of that magnitude would make Harry Kane the third most expensive player of all time, behind Kylian Mbappe and Neymar. However, the Independent newspaper are claiming that Daniel Levy has since raised their asking price and will now only consider selling Harry Kane for a world record fee of over £200 million. Such a move would eclipse the £199.5 million Paris Saint-Germain paid Barcelona for Neymar back in 2017. And Daniel Levy believes it is a realistic valuation of the striker given his importance to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. An update on Tottenham Hotspur defender Japhet Tanganga has been published today by the Evening Standard. It states that Tottenham defender Japhet Tanganga is expected to be sidelined for around 2 months after scans revealed ankle ligament damage. Tanganga suffered the injury in Tottenham's midweek defeat to Aston Villa and is likely to miss the start of pre-season training under their new manager. A report has been published today by the Daily Express, and they are stating that Mauricio Pochettino could be in line for a possible return to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club this summer. Tottenham officials believe there is a chance that Mauricio Pochettino would be tempted to return to North London this summer if Daniel Levy decides to try and bring him back. Also, a report from the Independent today are claiming that Tottenham officials believe that there is a chance that the Argentinian would be willing to return. Some figures at Spurs believe he's found the job at PSG to be harder than first expected, and Daniel Levy has been tipped to try and tempt him back to Tottenham in an attempt to appease a furious fan base. Daniel Levy's popularity has gone through the floor since Pochettino's firing and hit a new low after Tottenham entered into the ill-fated European Super League. Going back to the report from the Daily Express, it states that Pochettino only signed an 18-month contract at Paris Saint-Germain, and the fact that he's only got a year until he'll be a free agent again opens the door to a possible return. It then says that former Wolves boss Nuno Espirito Santo is currently leading the way with the bookies in the race to take over from Ryan Mason. The manager left Molineux at the end of the season, but is expected to return to Portugal. After Tottenham beat Leicester City 4-2 in the Premier League at the King Power Stadium, Harry Kane, of course, grabbed one of the goals in the game. But after the game, he was presented with the Golden Boot Award for the third time. Harry Kane scored 23 Premier League goals during the 2020-2021 season. He also grabbed 14 assists, more than any other player in the Premier League. Simply incredible. And lastly, as we all know, Tottenham Hotspur Football Club have now qualified for the UEFA Europa Conference League for the 2021-2022 season. Another club that has just qualified for the competition, AS Roma, managed by a certain Jose Mourinho. It couldn't happen, could it? Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do put all of your thoughts and comments in the comment section below on everything I've spoken about in today's video. If you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Stay safe and well. I'll see you on the next video. Until then, come on you Spurs.